Hi everyone, welcome back to another video of our project analysis, and
I'm Gina.
I'm Eric.
I'm Mervin, and we are
Jam. So today we are actually talking about one of the most interesting launch in the north of Singapore, which is Canberra
Crescent.
Alright, so as we can see from this picture over here, right, we do have a very nice facade of this facility itself. Okay, so Canberra Crescent. So Mervin, tell me a little bit, where is Canberra Crescent?
Okay, so everything else say it's at the north, which part of the north? Canberra, lor. Right.
Okay.
So if those who have been at Canberra, they know that, right? The MRT just opened recently only, like some years already, lah. So it brought a lot of convenience to a lot of people in the area. At D27, District 27, this project is at Canberra Crescent with a good amount of EC and condo in the area. And also, if you notice, there are also a lot of HDB nearby as well.
Going on from Mervin itself, the entire HDB area is over on this portion itself. So we do have a lot of HDB BTOs in the area, as well as a lot of EC and private as well behind the Canberra area, as you can see from the map here.
For people coming from the MRT, there will be buses or a walk. For those who are drivers, you will exit Seletar West through Yishun Dam, and it's a straight road called Yishun Avenue 8.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's all the way straight back home. So it's easy drive.
Yeah, so the another thing is when it comes to driving, so a lot of residents over there, they say, hey, wow, Yishun Dam always jam. So how can we get back home? You know, the next thing is actually they do have a north-south corridor actually exiting Gambas Avenue. Then it's within minutes drive away from this particular project. However, today we want to focus on whether Canberra is something that should we consider, or rather you as viewers out there, can you consider this project itself? One of the main concerns I believe a lot of people have is there too much of supply in this area? Because as mentioned, we do have a lot of condo as well as EC in this area. Okay, so what are the condos and EC in this area? So from this page, you can actually see that for the orange color, we actually have is condo, those private itself. But when we go to the brown color, it's all the EC. So do you guys think that actually there is quite a fair bit of supply in terms of in the north near Canberra?
I just counted. It's 7 versus 7.
Yeah,
It's quite a good ratio.
quite a good ratio. But
Yeah.
so is that something that you as a buyer, or rather the viewers, have to be concerned about? What do you guys think?
I would think a regular, right? Most of the time we will be thinking, wow, got so many ECs around. ECs tend to be sold cheaper at the launch, and
Yep.
therefore at resale they will also be a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
So I would think one of a common concern would be, so many EC around, the condo when I want to sell can sell or not? Or will the EC bring down my price?
Correct. Valid concern actually. So personally, I feel that if in the very high density residential area itself, I feel more comfortable. Rather than, I'm the only few residential in the area.
Only
I do not
one
know
there.
who is going to be my next buyer in the
Right.
future. So this is my own point of view itself.
Another thing is because when we see from here, right, we realize that this area in the north, like Canberra, right, it's really already developed properly in terms of amenities and everything. So the demand over there is fairly strong.
But later we also realized that, right, certain areas, certain regions, right, you realize that sometimes the condo may do better than the EC.
Right.
Sometimes you also notice that maybe the EC can do better than the condo. Sometimes they're the same. So today is a deep dive to see what contribute to these factors also.
The next point I want to bring across for you viewers out there is actually, do condos in this area whereby there is so many projects out there, does it make sense for us to even consider Canberra Crescent to begin with? Okay, so over on this side, we do have this area, we have a comparison whereby a EC within a condo area, what is their performance like in different regions of Singapore? For one, right now you can see on your screen itself, the first one we are actually focusing on is in the Hougang area. Hougang. So basically we have Heron Bay, Riverfront, Kingsford Water Bay and Boat House. This area itself, they do have both condo as well as EC.
Yep.
Okay. However, something that we have to take note of is, from this chart itself, we can see that Heron Bay, which is the blue one, the EC, the performance actually doesn't surpass private itself. And then Riverfront residents, they are transacting a higher PSF in the same vicinity itself. And the volume, Riverfront over on the top right over here, you can see that the volume is also very, very healthy. On the red line, you can see that people are willing to actually pay slightly higher PSF for the private itself. But what is the main difference?
Correct. So actually, if you draw a line, you realize that the angle of elevation is steeper for riverfront residences.
Yeah.
Yep.
Correct.
And also to note, when Heron Bay was ready for MOP, that means when Heron Bay, being the EC, was ready MOP out in the resale market, that's about the time where Riverfront was launched.
Yeah.
And
correct.
yet people, knowingly the price difference, chose to go for Riverfront.
Yeah, I think from this we can actually realize that there are some areas in Singapore, right, whereby people actually choose private over EC. One of the main reasons is actually the feel of it. Because if the feel of the project itself, it feels luxurious, it feels like, oh, it's a step up from EC, then they are willing to pay for it.
Alright, so we'll talk more about that later. So this comparison we're talking about in the region of Hougang.
Yes,
right?
Yes, correct.
So let's move on to the next area.
Alright, so the next one that we are looking at right now is actually Punggol. So Punggol on the top right, you can see there is Watertown, River Isle, Privé, as well as Twin Waterfall. Okay, one of the main thing over here to realize, Watertown, okay, do realize is at the top. However, Watertown, they do have that close proximity in terms of shopping malls,
Yes.
MRT, bus interchange. However, when we realize this area for the EC, the performance actually all remains fairly similar. The main issue about this is buyers, when are looking at this area, they don't feel the main difference between EC as well as the private, okay, such as River Isle. Okay, this is actually a condo.
But honestly, even when I'm driving around Punggol area, right, I'm like, I really have a difficulty trying to figure out which is the EC, which is the condo. I sort of like, is this EC or condo? Is this EC or condo? I cannot make it out myself until I check.
Correct, correct. So in that sense, right, they feel like, hey, EC feels also like condo. So there is no way they are gonna pay a higher PSF to get a condo that feels like an EC.
Correct.
In that sense.
So my personal view, I feel that the Watertown comparison in this chart is probably just to show us what is the transaction going, but I will not use it as a consideration because it's integrated.
Yes.
Right? It's a slightly outlier.
But this condo also has other facilities, right? Because
definitely.
of more the MRT and all those things. So
Yes.
we are really showing you that okay, there's another condo in this area, but it's slightly different.
Correct. So if you look at the tangent of River Isle, actually,
Line.
yeah, the line is less steeper than the two EC, the yellow and the green line. If you notice, that's why in this case we are seeing that the EC in this area is doing better, slightly better than the condo.
So the thing is, when we talk about the price trend and everything, we do mention earlier, we're talking about the facade, the feel of the entire project itself.
Yep.
So now, coming back to Canberra itself, how will it perform? So with the last two projects that has TOP for the private itself, which is Commodore and WaterGarden, and we do a comparison with Brownstone Visionaire, which is the EC. From here over here, the green and the blue is actually performing higher, which is the Commodore as well as WaterGarden. But Brownstone Visionaire being an EC, you look at this chart over here, they are still not performing as great as the private over there.
But still not bad, I must say.
Definitely not
Right.
bad. Yeah.
Yep.
So from here we can actually see that there is still a difference between a private and an EC in the north in Canberra itself.
And if you look at the bar charts, the transaction volume for the ECs are higher. So there could be potentially people who are going in to buy, but the prices are still lower than the condo. Even though the freshly SSD completed condos are out for sale, the prices are still higher, despite the ECs transacting many units already.
So the main differences when we come into this area, as you mentioned, this whole entire analysis is really because of the feel, the facade, and people are willing to pay.
Yes.
So how does it feel like when we go into Brownstone, EC? When we look over here, it looks not too bad. But however, there is not much view, and the feel of the entire development is not really there. Slightly different in terms
I see you see me.
Correct. You are facing each other. Okay.
Actually quite nice lah.
It's all in all, it's not
I
bad.
have to say
Not
I
bad,
quite like it.
Yeah.
Except I
But
see you,
I
you
think the
see
next
me
one
lah, then
better.
we can be good neighbors.
Okay.
Right,
So
next one.
the next one, we do a comparison. When we go to WaterGarden, one of the newest TOP in the Canberra itself, you can see that the entire facade of this area, right, it is nicer. You have much more setback, and of course the facilities is much more brighter. Can I say that?
Yes.
Spacious. Yeah. You do have a difference in terms of the feel for between private as well as the EC itself. So we will dive back into Hougang. Heron Bay. From this photo itself, we do even have a balcony unit over here. You are overlooking.
We're showing what you see
I
from
already
the
try my
balcony.
best to find.
Yeah.
We try our best to find the best represented photo for this project itself. So generally, you can see still looks like a very nice condo, but also the spacing,
The view.
Yes.
So over on the left, you can see that it doesn't feel very spacious, and the view you are viewing a HDB block.
And the facade of the building also, it looks a bit like regular lah.
So I think really buyers, you really have to take note of the feel and the facade of developments that you're going into. Okay, so for Hougang area, Heron Bay, this is why one of the reasons the performance is not that strong. The next one will be comparing with Riverfront. Now, once you look into this photo, the feel of it is very different. It's wow. Okay.
Wow. But actually, to be fair, I think these three photos got a little bit of HDR lah, right? But then you just minus like 5%, 15% of HDR. You look at the structure, look at the landscaping, look at the color,
But
everything.
It's also the design lah, the architecture design.
It feels more spacious, in that sense. Okay, over here you can see that there's a very wide area over here when the cluster housing is. As compared to Heron Bay, you don't really see that close proximity with your neighbors, your neighboring blocks. So, Condo, Twin Waterfall is an EC. You have a very nice distance from your neighbors itself and a very greenish landscape.
And features.
Yeah, correct. So now, Privé, this is also another EC whereby you can take a look in terms of their facilities as well as the facade, right? It is very well planned. Okay, it has the feel of the private condo itself.
It feels breathable.
Yes, correct. So the next one is actually River Isle, which is
A condo.
a condo. Okay,
Quite good,
so now condo not bad, not bad. You ask me, really not bad. However, the main difference if you do side by side comparison, on the left itself, something that we have been discussing about is even the roof of the area.
It feels like maybe after the production they say like hey, the roof's not enough. Then they put one more additional panel over.
Let's Lego another panel over.
Yeah. So
But I think it's glass.
Is it glass?
Just,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, if you zoom in, it looks like glass to me.
I would think that at that point of time, maybe this is one of the interesting design.
Perhaps.
Perhaps, I mean, maybe it was in trend, I'm not too sure. But of course, today River Isle itself, the performance as we have seen previously, is not that great. We can actually attribute this to in terms of their facade.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so these are the conclusion for
I mean,
this area.
like when people upgrade from HDB, for
Yes.
example,
Yeah.
to whether is it a resale EC that
Correct.
people say is privatized already or a condo, we do want to feel that
Yes.
tinge of atasness,
There
right?
is a look forwardness.
Yes,
you know?
correct. It's
I want
like
to move.
I want to upgrade. I want to have that tinge of atasness. I want my development when I invite my family and friends over, they say,
It feels good.
wow,
Yeah.
pretty leh, very chill, you
Correct,
know, that
correct.
kind of thing.
Actually, every I'm not so sure. Sometimes I bring my buyers to go and see condos, right? And really, not say that my clients are all surface, no. But then their focus and interest level is always like, I step inside, the feel is not good already.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the lobby is small, maybe because my friend come already will see that maybe this place is a bit run down. They don't feel comfortable, they don't feel welcoming, like what Gina mentioned. So I do think that although buying a house is not just the layout, not just the location and the facing, but also the facade is very important to most of our clients, most of our buyers. When they see the feeling, they also want their friends and client and guests to also feel very
Welcome.
impressed,
Yeah.
welcome.
Impressed, yes.
Right, I think that is a very important factor, and it's like the first impression counts.
Okay.
Right, so if the impression is not good, very hard to move on to the second step to appreciate the inner side of the house.
Right.
Right.
So now we want to talk a little bit in terms of the developer for Canberra Crescent as well as their track record. So the developers, who are the developers?
King
Right. For those viewers that don't know who are King Leong actually they are very notable developers who does a lot of CCR ultra luxurious product.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So their track record are below. So like 15 Holland Hill, Mayor House, as well as 21 Anderson.
Wow,
Yep.
the one very atas.
Very, very
Atas.
atas.
Yeah.
Even the road itself is
Atas.
That one when I step inside, I also feel very like
You step inside before,
yeah, scratch the floor. No?
my understanding for the development itself, the cheapest unit back then was starting from around 15 million over.
Wow.
So they are very well known in terms of the ultra luxurious. And this is the first time, okay, they are coming to the north as the main developer. So these are the different projects that Keng Leong has actually done, even the Nassim, Grange, as well as Avenue South, which is also a high rise. Okay, so Keng Leong, this is actually their first time coming into the north and being a main developer. Okay, so over on this side, they have done Amo Residences, WaterGarden, as well as the Minton.
Yes, WaterGardens sounds familiar to you by now because we have talked about it.
Yep.
WaterGardens is one of the condo in Canberra area.
Correct.
And then why we highlight about these few condos is because we believe developers have good track record in terms of the quality build, in terms of landscaping, in terms of the items that they use to build as well. If they have a certain standard before, we kind of expect that their flagship in the north, not a second development in that north part, is also of the same quality.
Correct. So bearing in mind Canberra Crescent Residences, Keng Leong comes in as a main developer for this development, and we are pretty sure they will do their very best in terms of facade, landscaping, and again comparing to Hougang earlier, Punggol earlier, we trust that they will bring up the atasness level
Yes.
Well,
of this condo.
I mean the even the development name is also CCR. Not called Central Region, but Canberra Crescent
Sometimes
Residences.
a bit confused. Hey, what you say
yes.
CCR?
Yes, Melvin is forever confused with CCR.
Wow, atas lah. Seriously, tell our friends.
So,
Yeah.
of course, the next developer itself is actually by Loh Keng Huat. So Loh Keng Huat actually, they are in Singapore for quite a number of years. They have done these few projects: Live at Farrer, Citadines, Balestier, Clean Cane Hill, as well as Dalvey House. The last two that I just mentioned are also luxurious properties in Singapore. So now coming into the North OCR region, however, you're getting CCR developers.
CCR developers for CCR.
Yes. So for the project info,
Let's dive right in.
So developers, we have talked about them. We have a total of 376 units in 4 blocks, and the maximum height is 12 stories. Okay, there is a sky garden at block 55 and 57, and a childcare at the first story of block 51.
yes, that's correct. So I think something that I want to highlight about this project that is very interesting. A lot of people in the market, they heard of PBVC,
Aha,
right?
yes.
Lego.
What's that? Oh, Lego.
You know Lego got a brother?
Yes.
They got a brother called Puzzle.
Leila.
Okay? Okay, so this time round, Keng Leong, they are actually using another type of construction method called APCS.
It's
Okay?
the Advanced Precast Concrete System.
So,
quite a mouthful.
yeah, correct. But what it means,
It simply means you can hack.
you can hack a lot of the walls in your unit, okay?
Not the main beam.
And other than the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay? Basically, all walls are hackable. Most of the walls are actually hackable.
Yes. Now the other thing I also like is a one-to-one car park system.
Oh, yes, over here.
I like, wow, I really like it. So each residential unit has one car park lots, but it's not reserved and located. Yeah.
Correct.
There are 4 lots for EV charging units and 4 lots of accessible car parking.
Correct.
Quite thoughtful, the developer, in
Yeah,
terms of
I like that.
make sure that everyone,
Taken care of.
their needs are, all centered for
Yeah.
EV
I think
cars.
it's quite rare to find a project these days with one-to-one car park lot.
Yes. Okay, and then with the childcare center at the first level, right? A lot of people will be concerned, wow, childcare center, is it solely for this development? Unlikely. But the access to childcare is sort of like segregated. There's another access, so you don't have to worry about security in your development. But of course, if you have children of that age, convenience is for you there. You just walk down at childcare already.
Alright, so in terms of the unit mix, we do have actually 1 bedroom all the way to 4 bedroom premium. But do bear in mind, 1 bedroom only got 3 units. Okay,
And they are all on the first floor.
correct. So over on this side, we do have a 2 bedroom of about 91 units available. And we do see that the main bulk of the percentage is actually on the 3 bedroom as well as the 4 bedroom. Total about 376 units in total. Okay, so we believe that this area, the developers, they know that it is mainly for own stay.
Yep.
But definitely, if you are someone who are looking for investment in this area, you can consider as well because there are units available.
Yeah, the 2-bed and a 1-bed. Well, 1-bed I would think more on stay.
Yeah, so later we will get into it in terms of the floor plan, the layout comparison and things like that, then you'll understand a little bit better. Okay?
Site plan.
Alright.
I have to say I'm very impressed with the site plan.
Why?
I sort of like that the facilities are tucked away at one corner rather than in between and then all like spread out. Okay, I don't mind them being spread out, but I like that they are all tucked away in one corner. And because we have already seen the show flat, we have seen the show model, it feels like
A resort.
Bintan. It feels like a resort where you know the children are all there playing,
like
swimming.
a mini theme park as well.
Yes, it's all like a little theme park, and there's this slide going down into the swimming pool.
Oh, fantastic!
And then
Nostalgic, like, it reminds me when I was a kid, you know.
Yes. I like when I saw the slide, I'm like, oh, I'm going there. I'm so doing that slide. And then there is this area where it's the what is that, like a co-working space?
Correct.
Yeah, that we have termed it the Teletubby space. And when you see it,
Do PMS for the Teletubby photos.
yeah, PMS for Teletubby photos. We had fun doing it, but we cannot show it because, well, we don't want whoever the producers of Teletubby to come sue us. Alright, so that's that. But we also have a proper lap pool that is away from the sort of resort feel area. I really like that. And there are two facings. Those that are facing upwards on this screen, you are actually facing a landed enclave.
A small landed enclave lah.
Yes, so probably maybe 5th story and onwards, you should clear them and
Correct.
they're roofed very, very well.
And they are freehold actually.
And they're freehold. So those people there pretty much are a community by themselves. I don't know if a developer wants to go and buy over all of them. It's freehold, all the freehold houses.
Actually quite challenging also because
Very
sometimes
challenging.
like for example Bali, right, Hausan area, there's also beside Bali residence there's a lot of small little landed areas, right? The developer also very hard to
Very hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
but
tend
never
to-
say never, right?
because
It's just
landed
that
owners
it's
they
hard.
have their own mind.
Correct, and these are
Price is
freehold
also-
landed owners.
Yeah.
So, if you drive by there, you notice it's almost like a small little community by themselves. They really enjoy being there. And then those that are facing the bottom of this screen, you are actually currently now facing an open field, but that is designated to be an education
Correct.
institute. So again, we don't know how many floors they can go up to. Maybe 5, 6 stories.
Unsure. I mean, as of
Right
right
now, we don't know.
Yeah, nothing is confirmed for the next plot of land. Okay, so over on this side, as mentioned from Gina, okay, all our blocks are actually north-south facing. Okay, and over on this side is actually on HDB, and then towards this plot of land is actually the education plot of land.
Yep.
So
Okay.
north-south facing normally we find that it's a bit more windy lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
breezier.
More breezier, and then the way the building is being arranged, I think you benefit without any blockage around for nearby buildings.
Okay.
And also it avoids the west sun that all
Definitely.
of us, most buyers tend to avoid west sun.
Hey, actually, I got some clients okay with west sun. Why? Because they feel that the house must have a bit of warmth, a bit of sun.
Yeah, so if you look at this, certain point of the year, certain units will get a little bit of west sun, but not the direct west sun. Lah. So
Correct,
I
right.
stayed in a direct west sun growing up. Trust me, one is hot stone massage.
It still turned out very fun.
That is my
very
wall.
well.
No, I'll avoid now.
Okay, Gina's view. Gina's view.
Yeah, my view.
Up next.
Alright, so now we will actually head on towards the layout comparison. Okay, starting off with the one bedder.
Yep.
Okay,
So the one bedder, basically, like I said earlier, there are only 3 units. Okay, if you are looking for a one bedder to perhaps own stay, go for it. It is likely, very, very likely to be approximately 800k plus minus.
yeah.
Right? So it is 409 square feet and with an enclosed bedroom, which is nice, right? Instead of giving you a suite. But they're all on the first floor and all facing the north side.
Correct. So over on this side, one of the main reasons why there is only 3 units of 1 bedroom, it's because the stack above is all 2 bedroom. However, they chop off one of the bedroom is because to make it an entry walkway for that particular block to head out towards the facility areas. Okay, that is the main reason why we only have 3 1 bedroom.
Yeah. So if you are looking at that, my preferred one will be the 2 in the middle. Why? Because the one on the right, you are walking out to the resort playgrounds facilities, like the main facilities. Of course, if you like that, go for it. There's some people who are, oh, at my house I can still see this resort feel,
Actually
like
have
a Wild West.
Actually, there are some people actually they say,
Yes,
I like to
correct. So,
see people.
individual preference.
I like to see 人气, you know.
Individual preferences. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So now let's head on to the two-bedder. So as mentioned earlier, the two-bedder, we do have only about 91 units. However, when you want to consider the two-bedroom over there, when we talk about a lot of private as well as a lot of EC in the areas, I think Canberra Crescent, the two-bedroom, you can consider. Why do I say that? It's because the supply of the two-bedroom in the entire area, the entire map that we see, over here, you do realize that the total supply percentage is only 16.2%. Okay, so that makes it in the future when you want to resell it, you know, after you want to exit, right? There is not much supply. Yeah,
Correct.
but two-bedroom, the supply, I mean the demand itself is definitely there. Okay.
Actually, I do feel that in the future, right, there could be increasing proportion of people wanting to buy 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, a lot of small families.
Because
Small
small families or those
or
who choose to
new
be single,
couples. Yes,
new
yes.
couples, don't want the kids, and
But
I think
also bearing in mind, ECs don't have a high percentage of two-bedders because ECs tend to build 3, 4, and 5.
Correct.
Right? So you are not as worried in that sense of two-bedders in ECs being priced lower, and hence people go and buy ECs together.
Yep.
Low,
Right.
very low. Yeah.
Okay, so now our thoughts on actually the two-bedroom, because the two-bedroom we do have 2 different type of layout. In the sense we have the 2-bed 1-bath as well as the 2-bed 2-bath. So we are actually thinking our thoughts is going for as big as possible. Why do I say that? Because 2-bed 1-bath, as you can see, we are talking about from WaterGardens, their past transaction over on this side.
Yep.
2-bed 1-bath, we do have an average purchase price of 1.01 million. Okay, their equity outlay at the front is about 300,000. So when we talk about their profit coming back about 130,000, their return is actually about 42%. Okay,
Very good.
but this is for 2-bed 1-bath.
Alright, so this is based on the equity that you outlay lah.
Correct. So now 2-bed 2-bath itself. Okay, over here. Now you can see that the return of equity is so much higher. It's
Almost 70%.
Yes, it's almost 70%.
Wow.
So 2-bed 1-bath or 2-bed 2-bath, if you can, go for the 2-bed 2-bath.
And this is over the period of about 3.5 years or
Yes, correct,
Yes.
for Water Garden.
Yes.
3.5 years. Eric, could you share with me like why do you think this area, right, the 2-bed 2-bath is doing better than 2-bed 1-bath?
Okay, so I think for this area itself in the north, there's a lot of small family coming out as we see in the whole entire Singapore. They will definitely prefer 2-bed 2-bath. One of the main reasons is because 2-bed 2-bath, everybody, even your family, your friends coming over, they'll be using common bath. However,
Yes.
when we go towards 2-bed 1-bath, everybody that comes
Use
to
your
a place,
master bathroom.
Actually, it's true. Like, sometimes I ask.
And no privacy. Right?
Yeah, I said like, hey, 2-bed 1-bath. Then, especially if I know the person is a bit OCD one, right? Then maybe the person don't want to share the toilet, and plus maybe the person have to go into your bedroom to go to the master toilet.
Yeah, so you sort of can't close your bedroom and then, like,
But
you know,
depends on
if
person.
you're a messy person, you just dump everything in your bedroom, close the bedroom door,
Correct,
and then
correct.
that's
But
it.
some people will talk about. I say it's okay, it's fine.
Yes,
use my
but
bathroom.
I think the other reason would be if, let's say, the people who are currently staying in the HDB 3-room flats, right, which is already 2-bed 2-bath, and they want to upgrade their lifestyle, they would go for a 2-bed 2-bath in the condo.
Correct.
And
They're
used to
to
having
it.
2 toilets.
Yes.
And even with the singles, you know, they could have a dog and then the dog be using the common bath.
It mean you, huh?
That's like me.
She dedicated 1 toilet for her dog.
Yes, my dogs use my common bathroom.
Okay, so now let's head on to the layout itself. So this is the first one. The first layout is actually 2-bedroom compact, and it's the 570 square feet. Okay, so these 570 square feet are all south facing over here on the bottom right, as you can see, facing towards the HDB as well as the open field. Okay, so do take note, this 570 square feet is actually 100% usable, as our project, this Canberra Crescent, is harmonized.
Yes,
Okay,
and very efficient layout.
correct. So dumbbell efficient, the main door is over on this side. Once we head in, we do have a kitchenette on the left and a small study area on the right. Okay, left side will be the common bedroom, as well as the right side will be the master bath and the master bedroom.
Correct. So maybe some of you already know lah. Harmonized means that, right, the AC ledge is not part of the house, the GFA.
Yeah, basically not considered part of it.
Means you never pay for it lah.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's move on to the 2-bedroom premium. For the 2-bedroom premium, it's actually a little bit similar. Not that much of a difference because we do have the 667 square feet as well as the other one also 667 for the 2-bedroom premium. It's just different stacks, different facing. Okay, the main differences that you see over here, once we head in, okay, on the right you do have the kitchen, it's an L-shaped kitchen. On the left you do have this study. Now when we go over to the right side, the layout, it's a little bit flipped, just that the DB box, the area is not over on this side.
Yeah, not left side.
And the study is sort of tucked away.
Correct. So that is the main differences for these two particular layout. 667 square feet, 2-bed, 2-bath, dumbbell.
Yep.
Okay, so the facing, there is a difference. For the left layout that you see, it's all facing towards the north, which is the resort view.
Right.
Okay, on the right, you can see is towards the open field itself.
Right. So we have
Potential
highlighted.
school.
Correct. We've highlighted on the site plan for you so you can do a simple reference.
Correct. Let's head on to the potential of the 2-bedroom.
Ching ching.
Okay, I mean a lot of viewers out there might have some concern because this is an open concept kitchen.
Yep.
Okay, so we actually thought of it and think of what are the ideas that is possible to do it. So the main idea for these two particular layout, we can actually make it enclosable if you wish to. Okay, why do I say that? So on the left, when you realize that this study is over on this side, you can actually put a sliding door towards this and make it enclosed. However, do take note that if you choose to enclose it, your area for your kitchen, it's
I think only
a
one
tad bit
person,
small.
A
one
bit
person can
narrow.
stand on
It's
it.
a bit
Yes,
narrow.
Or if not, you task someone stand at the sink, then one person cooking, then 2 person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, this I will keep it open
Yeah lah.
because I'm the type that don't cook, or even if I cook, it's just soup and water based, right?
Correct.
But if you're the type who will do pan frying, then yeah, consider enclosing it. It's just that take note the space is really small.
Really small.
Doable, but not what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on to the next one, even though it's the same size, however, you will really see the difference in terms if you enclose it up. Okay, so over on this side, we do have a fixed panel. The red area is actually what we think to be either a sliding door, a swing door.
Yep.
Speak to your idea about it.
Yes.
You know, it's possible to do it. I believe so. And you can see this yellow area is where the shoe cabinet is. So once you walk into this unit, you do have a very nice flush view over here towards your living room. Now, if you compare these two layout in front of you, you do realize that now this kitchen area, you can fit
A bit wider.
more space.
Just to clarify, when Eric said that the yellow part here, it's a shoe cabinet. It does not come with the build. That means the developer doesn't build it for you.
It's
Correct.
empty
We are
space.
suggesting that in order to flush it, you can get your ID to do a shoe cabinet over there.
Correct. You can put a lot of things there, right? You can put like a chair, you can put like a piece of art over there as well.
Yeah,
However
there's
you
a lot
want
of things to do. The intention is just to flush it out.
Correct.
Yeah, you do have flexibility of doing it. So something that I want to highlight earlier, remember we talked about the APCS, your walls are hackable. Even for the 2-bedroom, let's just say you don't need that extra bedroom and you want a bigger space, you can even hack this away, this wall. You can have a very huge living area itself, a dedicated one.
So tipping point to us is only to how we feel about it, right? Everyone have different budget, everyone have different price range, and what works for them may not work for everyone. So in our view, for comparing the price, we call it the walkaway price maybe, to compare with the existing projects, Water Garden, which is a non-harmonized project. As I mentioned, it does not include the AC, the wall-to-wall distance is a different way of calculation.
Yep.
Right, so Water Gardens, the PSF already transacted price is at 1,833, 1,833 lah. So if you were to convert it to a harmonized PSF,
Yep.
we estimate it across all the current new launch right now, it's around 7% more. So if you convert 1,833 to 7% harmonized area in PSF, it's 1,961. So we use that to compare with our potential launch price for CCR, which is 1,009. At 1,009, we are still 3.13% cheaper.
Yeah, we're guessing it's 1,009.
1,009 lah, we're just guessing.
Assuming lah.
Don't hold me to it, yeah.
Assuming.
Ah.
So basically, we are also saying that if CCR launch or whatever your queue number, you can get it at 1,009 PSF.
Dang.
You are buying it at a discount.
Yes.
compared to a current WaterGardens that has been sold at. Okay, so just take, because it's a discount already.
Alright.
Right? If whatever your Q number is, you hit 2000 PSF, it's about 2% increase. It's still a pretty fair deal.
Yes.
Because this is a new launch, like new. WaterGarden is already about 4 years since they launched,
So
right?
to put into perspective wise, right, we are literally comparing with something that has the advantage of 4 years of appreciation, 3 to 4 years of appreciation, and we are comparing directly with new launch price. So apart from the percentage increase, there's always a slight buffer in terms of the time value money thing, that 4 years that we are not counting that in, but that is a very prudent buffer that we have right over here to do a direct comparison.
So if at 2001, we are hitting about a 7% increase. We think this is still doable. Of course, if it can be lower, go for it.
Yes.
We think it's still doable, but anything higher than that, let's look on the day itself, all right? Whether if it's a very high floor and you think you will enjoy the view of the landed area or whatever, go for it. If not, we feel that that's about a walk away.
Correct, and then it's brand new also.
Well, at least me.
Right, so
I cannot speak for them, but at least
Correct.
me, I think that will be a walk away price.
Right, so to sum it up, basically we're just comparing the potential CCR launch price, the Canberra Crescent Residence launch price, with adjusted harmonized WaterGarden PSF.
Correct. Correct. And bear in mind this, we are still at 2-bedroom. 2-bedroom has got a slightly lower supply in the whole Canberra Yishun area in that sense. And if you go for a 2-bed, 2-bath, as per what we calculated, the return of equity is close to 70% for the 2-bed, 2-bath. So it's really your own comfort zone. Although I feel like maybe 2-1, okay, I'll call it out.
2-1 around there.
Maybe 2-1, 50-ish still can. That will be about 9-10%. With 3 bedders, now since we are fresh on this tipping point and calculation, the same thing with Commodore's accepted pricing. The recent transacted, it's at 1858 already. And if Commodore was harmonized, the recent sale would have been at 1988 PSF. Again, let's look at 1009 at CCR. If your Q number, you can get 1009, it's a discount of 4.43%. 卖涂料啦, just buy. It's a matter of selecting which facing, what unit type that you want. Unit type, we will share with you our preference later as well. Okay? So 1009, go get it. 2000, you are at a 0.6% increase. Same thing, go get it.
Go get
okay?
it.
2001, we're reaching about 5.63%. Again, depending on height. I mean, if 2001 for me again, if 2001 it's first floor, second floor, I'm not sure.
Yeah, actually I'm quite curious to see how it will turn out, because there's only 12 story lah.
Yeah.
Right,
correct.
so I don't presume that it will jump from 1009 to like 2002 that level. That will be a bit steep. The jump
bit
is a
hard.
bit high.
It's a bit hard.
So at 2001 at 5.63%, tipping point for me, 2125, I have to be very exact, 2125, which is about 7%. 22, that's about 10%. Depends on how much you like the project, because if you're going like for 3-bed, most of us are going for homestay. Right? If the convenience of the school, if the convenience of driving, convenience of being near parents, near family is there for you, I would say even if it's a 10%, it makes sense to you, go for it. Okay?
Correct. But buying this 10%, it does not mean that right you are losing out 10% right away. We are talking about comparing with already TOP transacted prices.
Resale prices.
Correct.
Resale prices.
In fact, if you notice in other regions as well, right, often the resale prices are even much lower than the new launch price.
Definitely more than the 10%.
Yes, correct. Definitely more than 10%. Probably about 25 to 30% if you compare recent TOP and new launch in that area. So today we are keeping it at 7 to 10%. It's quite reasonable if you ask me.
Yeah.
And if you see that negative 4.43, that does not mean that developer is giving you a discount. No, it just say that it is slightly cheaper if harmonized TOP project.
Yeah, because one of the main reasons why we are using from non-harmonized to harmonized is because we want to make it apple to apple comparison.
Yes.
That's make it more reasonable and more fair to compare. Okay?
Alright.
Now, for the 3-bedroom compact, this is the layouts. We do have the 797, both exact same size. However, do take note that their facing will be very different.
Yep.
On the left, the facing is where towards the landed as well as the facilities. On the right that you see is more towards the education land as well as the HDB itself. 797 3-bedroom compact. What does it include? So now this is where the main door is at. Once we head in this 3-bedroom over here, on the left we do have a semi-enclosable kitchen over here. And you do realize that it's it being compact, right? It's a little bit like dumbbell in a sense whereby on the right side we do have a ensuite bedroom as well as ensuite bathroom.
Yep.
Okay, for the bedroom 3. Now the other 2 bedrooms we do have a bedroom 2 over on this side as well as a master bedroom with a master bath.
And also do take note that the kitchen and the bath don't have windows lah. So if that matters to you,
Yeah.
then you might look
Yes.
at other layouts as well.
Yeah.
So I mean that's one of the cons I would say for this particular layout if you are looking for own stay because
Right.
of the window, the natural ventilation. This layout doesn't have that. So in terms of the view itself, this will actually show you if you are viewing the facilities itself, you are getting the 3-bedroom compact. This is the view that you'll be getting actually over on this side. And on the right, on this invisible white building, that is where the landed is.
Very
where
nice.
the landed is at.
Yes, so if you are choosing the north-facing ones, this is what you choose.
Yes.
Between the facilities or the landed.
Yeah. Okay, so now we head on to the next layout itself. This is also 3-bedroom compact, but the main differences is there is a 797 as well as a 872. Okay,
The difference in this is actually only the 12th floor of the same stack. So it's stack 5, stack 13, stack 21, and
Stack
stack
28.
28.
Yeah.
The 12th floor is slightly different, and that it's the closet, walk-in closet in the master bedroom. Bear in mind, only 4 exclusive units. So if you really like to have this walk-in closet in your master bedroom, only 4 units on the 12th floor.
This will more suitable for those who have a lot of clothes lah. Right? If those people don't have a lot of clothes, one then can choose the one that
Which is true because if there's a lot of clothes, you can actually extend the closet.
yeah. So that is the main difference for the 3-bedroom compact in terms of the 797 as well as the 872. So we do have another 3-bedroom compact that is the 872 versus the 872. Okay, so 872 similarly over here, the main differences that you want to take note of between this 872 versus the other one earlier, we have a very privacy walkway over here from the main door.
Yeah.
Okay, but now you have a dry kitchen area as well as a wet, and you have a window on the bathroom as well as the kitchen. The additional thing that you see, the main difference is where we have an additional study.
So
Okay,
instead of a walk-in closet in the master bedroom, it's now a study at the dining
area.
so when it comes to selecting your unit, you tell them you want 872, but you need to be very clear which 872.
Oh yes.
Correct, because on the right we do have the top floor 872,
Yep.
then we have the normal stack 15 872. Moving on, so basically we have the 883 and the 872. Okay, we do see that 883 have more units available.
Yes.
Okay, however, the main difference between the 883 and 872 is really in just the
foyer.
For your space.
just the foyer area. Moving on towards the 3-bedroom premium. Now we do compare the 3-bedroom compact of the 883 as well as the 990. Because the biggest 3-bedroom that we have in Canberra Crescent is actually the 990 square feet. Now, the main difference for 990 compared to 883 is actually we do have a home shelter. Now, we do have a dry kitchen as well as an additional WC. Even the WC has a window over on this side. So, in terms for the 3-bedroom compact, these two different layout of 797 as well as the 872, you do realize the main difference is actually 872 is on the top floor unit and you get a very nice walk-in wardrobe.
Yeah.
However, because if you are talking about a 75 square feet of difference, going on an average of 2,000 square feet, that
150k for the closet.
is it really worth it? You decide.
Not for me.
Yeah. So
Gina very smart with her money.
yeah,
I
basically,
don't have so much clothes.
yeah, you are actually paying 150,000 just
that closet.
for that closet
Yes.
itself.
And then you're potentially the highest priced 3-bed compact because number one, you're on the 12th floor, right? That would naturally be the highest price amongst those 4 stacks. On top of that, you're paying for 150k more for the closet. So
Right.
likely the highest price 3 compact.
Right, but who are we to also tell you that maybe your closet worth 150k? If you think
Maybe.
that, yeah,
Maybe.
good, go.
Yes.
Right? I mean, because if you like to keep all your bags, a mess bag,
Yes.
inside,
Yes.
you don't want to put it somewhere else in the house, right? Then closet space is very important.
Once we head into the differences between the 2 units of the 872,
And 872.
yeah, so there is 2 types of 872 units available. There is the one with the walk-in wardrobe, the one we shared earlier.
Yep.
Then we have the 872 that has an extra study and windows in all the kitchen
Toilets.
as well as the bathroom itself.
Yep.
Okay, we do feel that it makes more sense to get the unit that has the study.
There are only 12 units though, but it makes sense for the unit with the study because the study can be a study. The study can be a helper's room. The study can be a storage.
Yes.
Or you can actually hack that study off, have a bigger dining, and therefore your living and dining feels a lot bigger, right? I think the other benefit of this is that there are lower levels to choose from.
Yes.
Correct. Instead of
There's
paying for the
12
highest,
units,
there are lower levels to choose from. So it's sort of like potentially cheaper and a little bit more superior layout because of flexibility.
Correct.
But for me, window in kitchen and toilet says it all.
Because at the end of the day, if both are the same 872 square feet, going by the same PSF, let's just say 2000, they are same price, I would honestly choose the 872 with a study.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Now remember, this 872 is only at stack 15, and there are only 12 units.
Now, then we do a comparison between the 872 that we just chose, as well as the 883 square feet, which is, they have 35 units that are all facing towards the south. Okay, the main difference between these 2 layouts is the foyer area.
Between the foyer area, but there's also windows, right? So as I said just now, I value the windows, and because this is pretty much a family staying in, I think people traditionally tend to like windows lah. Even in HDB, if they're HDB upgraders or whatever, they have windows in their toilets and kitchens.
Correct.
So it is sort of like preferred. And despite 883 being labeled as a compact, right? The benefit is that the study. Again, the study, it hasn't got a yard, but it has a study that gives you the flexibility that we addressed earlier.
I think the study space make the compact not so compact.
Yeah, not so compact.
Basically,
Correct.
it's like a non-compact.
I actually prefer this to a yard area behind that. I cannot do anything much except yard.
Agree.
Let's move to 883 and 990.
990.
Now, when we compare the 883 and our 3-bedroom premium that we have, which is the 990 square feet, the main difference you will realize is on the right side 990, we do have a home shelter, as well as a dry kitchen area and the additional WC that comes with a window. For 990 square feet, we actually have 46 units across different stacks, but do take note they are all south facing. And 990, you minus away 883 square feet, we are looking at about 107 square feet of differences.
Correct.
Multiply that by 2000 per square feet, you are looking at a 214,000
yes,
difference.
for a storage, a bomb shelter,
And
extra
a WC. Correct.
Yes, correct.
And a dry kitchen. So does it make sense for you? You consider.
We're also looking at this, right? These two comparisons. So let's say if the study is kept as a helper's room, really that 214k is really just that bomb shelter and the toilet lah.
Correct. We are paying 214,000 just for these 2 additional items.
Correct. Because remember when we talked about 883 and 872, the study is already there.
Yeah.
That flexibility is there.
Correct.
So really 990, 214k or maybe more depending on the PSF that you buy at, the home shelter that you do storage, and the extra toilet. And the extra toilet is that, the smaller one that is in the backyard. So why is it not superior? I don't know. I would go for 883 actually.
I will actually go for 883 as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't see the 214k being worth it, for my opinion.
But then there are people who need a storeroom,
I'm very quiet because actually sometimes I think I need to have a place to throw my things inside. Sometimes they're very busy, no time to pack.
Yes.
Just throw inside. Yeah.
Yes, there are people who need a storeroom.
Yes.
And I am actually one of those.
Yeah.
My storeroom needs to organize sweet. I walk in, I need to take things nicely. But 214k, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I will pay that 240k.
Depends on your preference.
Up to you.
Okay.
Up to you to decide.
But this direction of the storeroom, the home shelter, maybe also not the most efficient.
Oh, there is another layout.
Correct.
There.
Now, between the 990 square feet, to make it a little bit confusing, we do have two different layouts of the 990 square feet. But the main differences
It's the home shelter.
Yeah.
is just the orientation of the home shelter.
Yes.
Okay. Now on the left itself, you do see the home shelter is more of a squarish. This one is a longish. On the right side is a longish kind.
I would call it like a portrait, right? So when you enter the storeroom, is it a portrait way or a landscape way?
Yeah.
I call it whether you go into the storeroom, is it a dumbbell layout or is it a classic layout? You know?
Alright, so with 990, the one on the left, there are 11
Yes.
units facing north.
North.
And then the one on the right here, 46 units facing south.
Now on to the top choice. Mervin and Gina, what do you think your top choice will be for the 3-bedroom?
I think quite obvious, isn't it?
Yes. Because we have been sharing a lot that we really like the study space now. So we have to definitely include the one with the study inside.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that flexibility of that study, the many options that I can use it for. Between 872
Yes.
and 883.
If you're not too fussy about the foyer and the space, whether is it vertical or is it there's a small mini L shape, right? Actually, if you can buy a smaller quantum, PSF the same.
872 will be a smaller quantum, 883 will be slightly higher.
Right.
Again, pretty much depends on your queue, but these two are
Quite
pretty
good.
much similar.
Yes.
Yeah, and these both are our top choices.
Alright. So the next one.
990. Why we go for the 990 is because, like we explained just now, some of us need that home shelter space to store things out of sight. You know, like the clutter, just shove in there, close the door. The guests, whoever guests come in, please don't open this door.
The open Gina's door.
So there are people who need that, and bearing in mind, again, this is a 3-bedder in Canberra. It's more likely a own use, own stay, upgraders with children. A lot of stuff to store, so they will need a bigger space.
But the good thing about this is, 3-bedroom, as mentioned, for the 2-bedroom, the walls are hackable. So you have a lot of flexibility and you can have a lot of ideas how you want to make full use of the space itself. So 990 is actually one of our top for the 3-bedroom premium.
Correct.
So one thing about hacking down the walls, right, just to quickly talk about it, is that, right, you can sell it in the future as 2-bedroom, but with a very large living space.
Yep.
But if not, you want to sell it back to 3-bedroom, just put out the partition.
Just put out
It's
partition.
not too expensive thing to do, right? So the flexibility, the option is very important.
You can really do a lot of flexibility, creative renovation, however, with minimal cost.
Yeah.
Alright.
But in between these two layouts, which will you choose? The bomb shelter layout.
Okay, I like the classical one.
Classic
What
one
is
with
classic? What is classic?
Classic means not the dumbbell, not the go in, got left, got right. I like the one that is deep inside one.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Very good. Don't.
Don't-
You're not my competitor.
Our ballot queue number will not be affected.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the so-called dumbbell one. I like to once I enter, I see things on both sides rather than
Imo
walk
liao, right?
straight in.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay.
Personally, I find storage a bit difficult, but that's me. So now we go to 4-bedder. There are a few layouts as well. Again, we will
Yes.
start off with explaining to you what has been accepted on resale at WaterGardens. So it is 1789. After
Harmonised.
we sort of add in the harmonized, it's at 1914, right? With 1914, again, with your queue number, you can get a 4-bedder and 1009. Go for it. It's sort of like a discount of 0.74%.
Correct. So if you've been
Not
watching,
that the developer's giving you discount again. It is a discount as compared to somebody who bought a resale one. Okay, a resale,
correct.
it's about 4 years old by now, right? At 2000 PSF, it's 4.48. At 2050, that's about 7%. So you will have noticed with the 2-bed, the 3-bed, the 4-beds, we are going at about 7%. And that's because when we calculated the profits, it's between 23 to 25% of the profits made. So we think 7% increase, fair enough. And you still have that profit
I think it's more than fair.
eventually.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
more than
we
fair.
still provide you the numbers below for your easy reference,
Yeah.
right? If you want to know, 9% is how much, 10%, 14% is how much, you
Yeah.
can take a look.
So if you go to 2.1, it's 9.7. If you go to 2.2, it's about 14.93.
Correct. So if you happen to have a queue number, easy reference, you will know what to do. We're not limiting to you what you can buy, but we also not foresee that it will be beyond 2.2. That's why we did not continue beyond 2.2.
Correct.
So if you're, after looking at this, still very lost, feel free to contact us.
Yes.
And
Or
then-
contact your agent.
Yes. Then y'all can understand a little bit more from there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay? So onto the layout itself. 4-bedroom, the unit type itself, the layout. Okay, you can see that there is a dry kitchen as well as the wet kitchen, and the 3-bedroom, followed by another bedroom over on this side with a bathroom ensuite. Okay, coming in the living room, we have a study and a living over on this side. For the 1173, it is the same.
Yep,
Only
same.
for the foyer that is
difference.
different.
Okay, so now we are comparing the 1216 versus the 1163. Okay, so with these two, firstly, let's look at 1163. Where the study is located, for example, you want a wider living space. You can hack that study wall away. However, there will still be a wall there, as highlighted. There'll still be a wall there, and the study has windows. It hasn't got sliding doors. Okay, so it's sort of like your living room is still a 3-panel glass sliding door versus a 1216. Your living space is right there. You have a 5-panel. With a 5-panel, easily you open it up. It's a lot windier, a lot brighter, a lot grander.
Unobstructed lah.
Yeah, so you have a better feel. And also with the 1216, the location of the study, I think we sort of like the location of the study there, right?
Yes.
It sort of gives so much flexibility, extra storage, larger living dining,
space,
living
yes.
space. Yeah. So with the 1216, there's other thing, it's a larger master bedroom.
Ah, yes.
Okay, and also you will notice there's another ensuite bedroom right in the middle. Yes, that's another ensuite bedroom. So there's probably a reason why they don't call it a junior master, because it's the bedroom is not big enough for a junior master. But that is essentially a small junior master. The other thing is, in the master bedroom, you see a flushed closet, right? Not enough space. How build another closet on the right side that's perpendicular to it.
There's really a difference between a flush and not a flush wardrobe inside the master bedroom. Because when you stare at the corridor, you look into the master bedroom, right? Do you see a block of wardrobe, or do you see emptiness? You see vastness, you see space.
It's sort of
perspective is
like
very
you
different.
walk in from the corridor, you see your master bedroom.
Yes.
Right? And then there's this thing that juts out. It's like, don't really
We
like
do
it.
see that some units with that layout, right, actually
Aesthetically more
sells
pleasing.
better also.
Yep,
The
aesthetically
resale
more
value is
pleasing as
higher.
well. Okay, so 1216 has got facings as well, so it's just which text you're looking at.
Okay.
And the main thing would be the home shelter, the location of it. Right, let's move to the next one. 1216 again with 1324. Right, 1324, the balcony, it's a little bit deeper. It's like 300 mm deeper. The thing with 1324 is it's a 6-panel sliding door versus 1216 that's a 5-panel sliding door. Right, and for the lovers of walk-in closet in the master bedroom, it has been written in 1324. If you like it, go for it.
Yes.
And one of the main difference between the 1216 and 1324, you do see that the bathroom tree over here is actually accessible by both sides.
Yeah.
However, 1216 is only accessible by bedroom 2. Okay.
So can I say that almost all of the rooms for 1324
Are ensuite.
yes, have direct access to the toilet. You have to go out to the corridor.
Correct.
Yeah, and I think
In the
that's
middle of the night, you can crawl to the toilet.
Yeah, if your whole family is like very giant, right, stay at home, right, I think this is a perfect layout for them.
Right, what's our top choice, guys?
Personally, I like this 1216, the SA and SB, mainly because of the flexibility of the study. And also, there is also a bomb shelter. The rooms are all perfect. They have like junior masters and
So the
flushed
different-
wardrobes.
The difference between SA and SB, it's really the home shelter layout.
Yeah.
If you are looking for a 4-bedroom in Canberra Crescent, then of course 1216 we think is one of the top choice for us. The main things to take note of, because why 1216 and not maybe the 1324?
The price difference.
The price difference really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but if your family really values the ensuite toilets in all bedrooms,
Then you
Just probably
might want to
pay-
consider that.
go for it.
So today we touched on not just the developer, the location, the layouts, the tipping point. There are many, many more that we look into a project in terms of the potential and who are your buyers, who are your exit plans, this and that. So if you'd like to find out more, do drop us a text. If not, check with your own realtor as well.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be coming up with more projects.
Yes.
Analysis.
A lot more project analysis coming up.
Yes. So if you have not liked and subscribed to our channel,
Please do.
Yes, please do it. And
Please do
we're
it.
Happy to look forward to see you guys again.
Right, and happy to look forward to your questions as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.